All right, should we rock?
Yep. Let's go.
All right. All right. I bought some Tesla today. I bought some PLTR today.
Yeah.
Got a little bit of Meta today. Just going
Mm.
back off of those dips from that we were talking about Friday. We
Calls.
uh I traded calls, but I actually picked up some shares.
Okay. Okay.
We dropped that down all the way down to what, 212? No, I'm sorry, 214 on Tesla today.
Tesla's cheaper than ever right now, isn't it?
Yeah. Let's see. From all-time highs, 55% down. Meta from 740 dumped all the way down to 480.
You know what they said? They said uh what did they say? Like they saw the highest increase in retail buying of these past couple weeks or something
On
like that.
on Thursday, 10 billion. 10 billion. Uh I can't drop a chart in that chat, huh? In the YouTube chat. No worries. I just dropped it in the general chat. It was just the box that I had circled last call we did on Monday a week ago of like where the good zone is to buy on Meta. And Friday and Monday we were trading it in those zones.
Mm.
Pretty epic. So scoop
Yeah.
some of that up. I scooped your favorite stock up, Palantir. Um, our our long term order got filled on Bitcoin. By the way, it's 75,300. I got to update that alert.
I was awake when it flash crashed to that. I was like, "Whoa."
Yeah,
Yeah, it was looking scary for a sec. Solana hit 96 too.
yeah. Did it?
It did. For sure did.
95 to wow. Were we not saying 94, 95 on it last week?
Mhm.
I think we were.
Mhm.
Pretty sure we were. What up, Delon?
You've been saying 95 Solana for a week now.
I actually maybe even further if you go back and look at the other lives.
Yeah, and we had
Crazy
a
discounts.
little bit of a bounce back. I wish I really went heavy in that option last night. I mean, not that long on Solana.
So why'd all that happen, huh? Freaking Taiwan and Japan markets with the circuit breakers. I haven't seen that since COVID, since
Dude,
we hit it.
click that link. It was more than both of them. It was several countries.
Yeah.
Yeah. Russian futures too. They halted Russian futures.
Wow.
Japan. Who else? Who else? Who else I got on there? Oh yeah. Sheesh. Well, let's take a look at this list. Yeah, China, Taiwan, Japan. Oh wait, not Russian futures. Russell futures. What's Russell futures? Australia and Singapore.
Russell. So there's like the S&P 500. There's the Nasdaq, and then there's the Russell. The Russell
Oh,
is like your it's like your home goods. It's like it's like your GE. It's your Coca-Cola.
mm,
Those.
I guess they
Um.
halted that.
Yeah. So obviously we all know why that happened. Tariffs this, tariffs that, tariffs. Uh, 50 countries reached out to Trump to negotiate. And I got this list of some of the most notable calls. And I'll just run through them. It's only like 8 of them that I'll go through. I'm not going to go over all 50, but so the EU, the European Commission president said that Europe has offered Trump 0 for 0 tariffs on industrial goods in effort to relieve the 20% tariff that Trump imposed. saying that EU is ready to make a good deal. Trump suggested that he was unlikely to take the deal. However,
Ooh.
telling reporters Monday if there was a good enough offer to him that he would take it, but it's just not a good enough offer just yet, and that EU's been tough. And then Japan, one of the markets where the circuit breakers hit. And for the folks that don't know what that means when the circuit breakers hits, it's like a halt. It means that that asset has stopped trading because it's super volatile, and so like help protect investors. So um, Trump has asked Japanese administration to start negotiations with the Japanese government. Secretary Scott Bessent said Monday after Trump said he spoke with the Japanese prime minister and leader that he was sending a top team to the U.S. to negotiate on tariffs. And then said that they would urge Trump to drop his 24% tariffs on Japan's imports and would present a negotiation package. Bangladesh asked Trump to pause his 37% tariff for 3 months. And then they pledged to substantially increase its imports of American products. Cambodia sent a letter to Trump pledging to cut tariffs on U.S. imports from 35% to 5% after Trump levied 49% tariffs on the nation. And then the UK said British officials believe that they could reach a deal to remove or reduce Jesus Christ. British officials believe that they could reach a deal to remove or reduce Trump's 10% tariffs on the UK within weeks, according to the Washington Post. And then you got Vietnam that offered to remove all of the tariffs on U.S. goods in exchange for just lowering the 40% tax that Trump imposed. And then you got India that have also called them, but there's no stats on the deal. And then you got Taiwan, who said that they'll impose 0% tariffs if they also do 0%. And then Indonesia wants a diplomatic solution to the 32% tariffs that Trump imposed. So long story short is every country is calling, wheeling and dealing. Trump is a businessman. He treats the country like the biggest business there is, and he's just wheeling and dealing for the best
Dude,
deals.
I
That's
I
what's
I
going on.
love it. I love it. It's man, like this whole tariff thing has the whole world up in arms right now. And I'm getting like updates by the minute on the tariffs. 70 countries have reached out to President Trump to negotiate new trade deals. China says they won't bow down to Trump's tariff threats. But then again, you have the
Did you
Chinese.
see what Trump said back to that?
No, I didn't. What did he say?
Oh, dude, this just came out like I just saw it like 18 minutes ago. Trump's like, okay, okay, if you guys won't change anything, I'm going to add another 50% tariff to China. Another 50% tariff to China. I swear this just came out.
Gee, and then I don't know if you saw the Chinese embassy in the U.S. Like their Twitter, they they just added Donald Trump
No.
after then they made a tariff post and like they want him to like respond. I think China might be folding. I don't know. It
What wait, they made a terror post?
tariff post. They made the
Oh,
Chinese
tariff
embassy in the
post.
U.S.
I
made
was
a
a
tariff
terror
post.
post.
No tariff post,
Got you. Got
and
you.
then at the bottom of it, like they waited a while, right?
Mhm.
Then at the bottom of it, they tagged Donald Trump
Oh
because I
man.
guess they were expecting him to respond on Twitter. I don't know, but dude, it's got these countries like in mass hysteria. It's honestly super funny, and it's showing everyone's cards. But yeah, guys, if you're new here, if you're in here, or if you've been in here, make sure you're liking the live. It helps the algorithm. It gets it gets us, it gets us popping up there, more people to view us. If you're in here, like the live, appreciate it. But yeah, just wanted to say that real quick.
Thanks, big dog. Crazy stuff. But it's given us some crazy opportunity, is it not? Bitcoin down to 74,442. The Bitcoin levels we had was 74,500. That's been posted in the Discord for weeks. It's like we're literally just playing tennis back and forth. 74K to 79K, 81K, 84K, 88K, 88K back down to 84K to 81K, 79K. It's just tennis back and forth right now.
Dude, I feel like this is like the last opportunity in a while, to be honest. Ezio, where's the like button? It should be in the like right next to the chat window. It's a little heart. That's how you like it. But yeah, I honestly feel like this is one of the last really big opportunities we see for an entry in a really long time before these tariffs like start going into an effect, and everyone becoming accustomed to them. And then you start seeing, you know, growth that you wouldn't expect to see in a long time, just because of how America's done business before. I think people are gonna get shocked.
Yep, and you know what? There's all these scares right now. Now you're seeing in the news, and this is the funny thing about news, and like the whole thing with the news and tariffs. Like guys, like we've known about the tariffs for already coming up on months. It is months now. And the market's just been doing what it's been doing technically. Like if I had no idea what was going on in the news, it would be in the chart. And we went over that on um last week's live, and we went over that on the technical hunt live on Thursday, which by the way, Blaster is going to teach a elite call on Thursday. I'm doing a call again on Friday instead of Thursday, going over some long-term buys, going over some technicals, and then answering some Q&A. So make sure you guys go under the events and click all the events that we have this week. There's a lot. Anyway, so all of this pullback was in the charts, in the charts. And now we're seeing this news on tariffs. JP Morgan saying there's a 60% chance of a recession, blah 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 blah. You guys know what the definition of a recession is? Don't worry, I got it pulled up. A
Let us know.
recession A recession in economic terms is a significant decline in economic activity that is spread across the economy and lasts for more than a few months, typically marked by declines in employment and production. Have we not had a decline in employment already over the last year and a half? Have we not have had a massive decline in production in the last few years? That's why Trump wants more manufacturing and production done here. But we have insane amount of credit card debt. Just a few months ago, it was more than ever before. I'm not sure if that stat has dropped, but moral of the story is we've pretty much already been in a recession. Like the news is just pumping fear out, but we're already going through it. It probably just feels different like the other ones that we've had, but we're already going through it.
To be honest, dude, we were young. We were really young when the other recession happened, bro. What was it? 2008, 2010. We were in high school.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I've told the story before, but me and Arthur used to go to house parties in foreclosed homes, like vacant homes. But back then, we would always wonder, like, why are all these houses like just empty? And they would be in like super nice neighborhoods, and we're talking like mansions sometimes too. It was like such a strange time. We didn't really get what was going on, but yeah, we would literally kind of just like I quote unquote kind of broke into these homes that the bank owned but we didn't know the bank owned them at that time. But that was the last time, me and Arthur were kind of in a recession, and we really like didn't have a feeling for it. I don't know. Well, I personally did. I don't know if you did, but yeah,
Yeah.
that was the housing crisis, by the way. If you guys didn't catch that reference,
Oh, sorry. Dylan said something for BTC 4 minutes ago. What about BTC? Do we think it's a good buy now?
you asking me if BTC is a good buying opportunity?
No, I mean I know it is. I'm asking Lon what his question was. Yeah, I think it's a good buy. 70. I just got my last long term bid filled on Bitcoin buys for 75K. Yeah. So, if we do dump it any lower, it's to the lower 70s. I hope we don't. I'm
Mm.
I'm okay with the bottom is 74, 75. That's cool. Just because everything else already kind of hit all the levels. Like Sol hit its levels, ETH hit its levels. That was the one thing that was worrying me about my ETH long, is that Bitcoin. When I did put in that ETH long, is that Bitcoin still had that one move down left to go, but then it did it. It went down to 74. So good, man. Good. Hope to see you in there.
How do people measure these recession odds though? Now they're saying it's 67%. What like or
I don't know. That goes above my head. That's
oh wait,
the
it's on Kalshi.
Oh my god. Of course it is.
I would take that with a grain of salt. Obviously, it's
Yeah,
people
that's just
betting
people's.
whether they think what's going to go where. Who know? You don't know if any of those people are credible at all.
What's up, Renee?
But people are favoring a recession, 67% on Kalshi.
We're already in it. I'm telling you.
Mm, yeah.
By the way, did you see how my wallet went ETH long again on Hyperliquid?
Oh, I knew that was you, but like I didn't want to like say anything. I thought we were keeping that a secret. Guys,
No.
if you don't know already, Arthur is the hyperliquid whale that keeps longing ETH and shorting ETH at ridiculous size.
And
Six like
accuracy.
we're talking. How many ditches is that? That's not. We're talking nine figure longs and shorts. Um, somehow timing everything perfectly. Not sure how he's doing that. But he's got crypto Twitter up in arms about it. And yeah, he just opened up an ETH long.
Uh quick little piece from Blastar in the chat. There's softwares to measure economic recession risk. For example, meta risk, where you can drop many iterations of credit risk and that gives you probability measures. That is Mr. Fundamental Analysis himself. See, that's where I said the fundamentals go above my head. Just like when someone said, what's the macro outlook for tariffs on the market? And I said, you know what? For the economy, I think it's going to be tough in the short term, but better for the long term. For the market, I don't know. But then I said, you know what I do know is how to read a chart and when to buy long term and when to get good deals. And yes, guys, Blastar did that for a living. I just, we're on YouTube, so I don't want to dox your career live for everybody.
Yeah, well, here we are.
So yeah, that whale me longed 32,000 Ethereum at 1461.
Dang, man, guys, who knows what FTUSD or FDUSD is? Anybody know what first digital is? I'm just like catching up on this stuff.
No.
But I guess it's like a huge scandal about the collapse. I hope this isn't like some sort of like level event that FTX was. Justin's son is sounding the alarms on it. That's all he's been talking about. He's saying it's insolvent. And we're talking like billions of dollars here.
He's saying it's going to be worse than FTX.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mm.
Let's dive into it, huh? Yeah, Justin's son claims First Digital Trust scandals is significantly worse than FTX. Tron founder Justin Sun is intensifying his accusations against First Digital Trust, the issuer of the FDUSD stablecoin, who claims embezzled $500 million of its clients' funds.
First Digital Labs. Nice website. Seems scammy.
He explained that FTX used assets like FTT, SRM, and MAPS tokens as collateral in transactions that, on the surface, had some structure. In contrast, Sun claims First Digital Trust outright stole funds. Without user consent or any internal pledge mechanism, the Tron founder further asserted that now convicted FTX indeed misused funds. However, Sun noted as much capital went to. So he's talking about FTX here. On the other hand, Sun alleged that FTT diverted user assets into private entities for personal gain without any meaningful investment. Sun also took aim at FTT CEO Vincent Chok Zhu, criticizing his apparent indifference following the exposure of alleged misconduct. According to him, Chok was shown no intention of taking responsibility. This contrasts with SBF, who took steps to recover users' assets and cooperate with authorities. Just a bunch of crime is what I'm getting out of this. Just a bunch of financial crime, like usual, with big money. To be honest, I've never even heard of FDUSD. You know,
Me neither.
there's like, dude, stable coins are popping up just as much as tokens these days.
Well, that's why now we're seeing all those regulations, right? We just had the Genius Act, and then now we got the Stable Act. That's I think they just went over that last weekend.
Mm. And Tether plans on new SEC friendly stablecoin. What makes a stablecoin SEC friendly? Don't they all do the same
Maybe
thing?
they passed the Genius Act or the Stablecoin Act. Trump's stablecoin is coming out too.
You think to make something SEC compliant though, like friendly, is basically how like the token is kind of backed or whatever, or how?
Backed and audited for
Yeah.
liquidity.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that would make sense.
Yeah, because they got to make sure they get pegged and don't get depegged.
Yeah. FDUSD depegged after Justin Sun came out saying all that stuff. Speaking of FTX though, 400,000 FTX creditors risk missing on $2.5 billion payments.
Oh, let me guess. People are not going to get freaking paid back. I haven't gotten my money back.
That's exactly what I just read.
Where's my money at?
I don't know, man. You've been checking the mail every day.
Is our purple-haired John Knopf here?
I don't think so. John, are you
No.
here? Jonathan, are you here? Jonathan, hello.
Jonathan, did you get your money
Jonathan.
back from FTX?
Oh, that's right. You're a big FTX guy.
Big FTXer. Big FTXer. So that's some crazy shit. Roughly 3,922 FTX creditors have failed to complete or at least take the first steps of mandatory Know Your Customer verification, according to an April 2nd court filing by the U.S. Bankruptcy District of Delaware. FTX users had until March 3rd to begin the verification process to collect their claims. Blah, blah, blah. Oh no! So it's not that they're not paying out; it's that people, because they're not KYCing, they're risking not getting paid out. But I still
Yeah.
haven't got my money from FTX,
Mm-hmm.
and it was
Mm.
supposed to be last month.
Okay, I see. What? Okay, yeah, yeah. Okay, so people aren't KYCing to get their payment,
Mm-hmm.
dude.
Mm-hmm.
I guarantee a large portion of these people are like just not crypto people, and we're just in it at like super retail in it at the time, and have no idea that this is going on.
Well, I'll tell you one thing: unless you're like on top of it, checking up on this, like
Mhm.
and reading the documents that they email you, you have no idea. They have not made it easy.
Oh, of course.
Like
Why would they?
I know, like you have to be a sleuth about it.
Yeah. The only reason why I know about it because I'm being a sleuth. I'm reading the news dude. Retail's not reading crypto news every day. They think Bitcoin's still super high right now, and it's not. It's pumping like crazy.
Well,
I was just at. I was just at my. I was just to put things into perspective, guys. I was just at my dad's birthday last night, right? And people are still talking about just Bitcoin, right? They don't know. They don't think any other crypto exists. Oh, that Bitcoin's going crazy, ain't it? It's way up. It's pumping. It's up there. While we're just getting beat up in the market, and they think everything's all dandy. Just goes to show
we're,
the
we're
mind
already
share. Yeah,
we're already in a recession. We've just been so screwed and abused ever since COVID. We're just so used to just being in trauma zone.
my dad is my twin, dude.
Yes, his dad is for sure his twin, dude.
If you guys didn't see my story, yes, my dad is Robert De Niro.
Yes, it's true.
Yeah, I know. I I I rarely ever post my dad. When I do, it's like, oh my god, are you see? That's not your dad. That's Robert De Niro. What are you to I'm like, dude, it's actually my dad. But but yeah, dude, PayPal, man,
We're getting more adoption, guys.
PayPal/Venmo added Soul and Link to the platform. You can now buy Soul and Link.
Fidelity just introduced crypto IRAs
With no fees.
with no fees.
Yeah. Oh, here's something cool. MetaMask no longer needs a native gas token. So what does that mean, guys? So normally, if you were to trade tokens, let's say on the Ethereum network, like the main network, to execute uh a trade, you would need Ethereum to pay for the gas transaction, right?
Mhm.
Now you could pay the fee in the token that you're trading.
Thank God.
So yeah, so example, like say if you wanted to swap Shiba for a different token, right? Your fee would be in Shiba.
But I would get annoyed so many times where I would send a token or or do like a max swap. For example, let's say I had ETH and I want to
Mhm.
max swap for Pepe and send that Pepe like somewhere else. I would max swap, get all the Pepe, and then try to send my Pepe and like off. I just forgot my ETH gas,
Yeah, now you gotta buy a
I would
ton of
have to
ETH
buy
for
ETH.
yeah. Now you don't got to do that.
Yeah.
I'm
But
not sure. I'm not sure how the tech works behind that.
layers on layers.
Yeah, but if it's a mainnet token, right? Like you're still operating on mainnet, and I don't know, uh, maybe it's a
But it's ETH on ETH. So like you're
Ethereum
paying.
is like the native token though. Like that's the token that stakers get rewarded in. Because
Yeah, but you can't hold any other non-ETH based token on mainnet, right? So, like, instead of paying an ETH, right? If you're sending Pepe or whatever else that you're holding, it's held on a token that's on ETH chain. So it's probably doing some kind of layer 2 swap. So everything's still running on ETH. So there's no like complications between chains.
yeah, but so how I'm looking at it is like this, right? You have you have a queue, right? Let's so you so one token going to another wallet, that's one transaction, right?
Yeah.
Um so but there's a queue, right? So when and this is a queue. When you submit a transaction, since Ethereum only processes 15 transactions per second, not a diss, I'm just saying. Um, there's obviously like a priority fee, your gas fee, right? And this is what helps pay proof of stakers, since we're in proof of stake now, rewards for stabilizing the network. Like they're rewarded in ETH. So when you're moving, let's say Shiba or Pepe from one wallet to another, or you're swapping or whatever, who like that fee of that token is are like did some sort of update happen where where proof of stakers
You're
now can
you're making it too complicated. You know how like, dude, if I give you my MetaMask address,
uh-huh.
right? You can send me any Ethereum token with that address,
Yeah,
and it'll
I know.
show up in my wallet. So same thing going out. You're sending everything Ethereum based.
Yeah, but that
So
requires a
it
fee. That
right.
requires a gas fee.
Yeah, but they could just take it out of that existing token, just like every exchange does it. Like an exchange takes out the fee of that token, or they take out USDT.
Yeah, no, I understand that, but you still pay even when you're removing USDT, you still had to pay a gas fee.
Right. But all I'm saying is because everything is still done on the Ethereum chain, it's still taking it.
I gotta look deeper. There's got to be some sort of because like I know there's an Ethereum update that got delayed till May, the practical, and I wonder if that's part of it. And I wonder if like MetaMask has like early access to that.
I don't know. I'm seeing some comments that people like the Discord chat more than the YouTube chat. I'm seeing it in the Discord.
Well, you know what? You gotta adapt. Whoever's in the Discord.
Uh, oh yeah, what I was trying to say was that Alabama finally is gonna possibly the vibe was way better. Bite me. Alabama passes the second strategic Bitcoin reserve bill. So more and more adoption, guys. Just more and more stuff that is happening every day, every week in front of your guys' face that is showing that adoption is only accelerating. It's it's all I got news wise, man.
Yeah, not much more crypto news except I mean, oh, we'll be on the lookout for this company though. Crypto there I get this publicly traded company, Janiver, they're like some small tech company or software company. They want to be the MicroStrategy of Solana. And I think they're going to put up big bucks to be acquiring as much Solana as possible. So that's something to take note of. I mean, listen, guys, just or not just like if you want, like all it does is just diminish the quality of the stream in the long run when we go to post on YouTube. So if you guys do want to go to Discord, then that's what's going to happen. Just so you know.
Yeah, it's just worse quality recordings.
Mm.
But if you guys don't care about the recording quality as much, things can be changed. That's what that feedback channel is for, baby. Always open. Any questions, guys? Anyone curious about what we're scooping up? Got some typing in the chat.
You sharing any charts today?
Nah. I'm just curious what people are scooping. I'm gonna share charts on the Friday call. We'll go heavy on charts on that Friday call. What's on my watch list right now? How did I forget? I bought some hype long term today. Bought some hype long term today. That was a pretty good buy, if I gotta say. $10 buy. It's at 11.60 right now. It was a 10.80 buy. It's at 11.60, so almost up $1. I wanted to get it at 10, but forgot. Ton is now on my watch list again. I still got white. White's awesome. We love that. Rare's been crazy strong. Blaster has been talking about Rare a ton. He was just talking about it like 20 minutes ago in the chat. But I think that's just about it for me. Yeah, I got that Bitcoin buy filled. Aave is dirt cheap right now. Sol is cheap right now. It's that time, guys. Make that portfolio. He can't comment because you need a YouTube account to comment, I guess.
Really easy to make a YouTube account. Just sign up with your email and boom, you got one.
Thanks for the question, my man. The peso's booming again. JPY USD 140. Yeah, with that. And I'm watching the yen all the time, dude. We got to get some money for Japan.
How's the yen doing right now at this moment?
147 to 1.
Wasn't it 160 the other day?
No, not the other day. That was the all-time high in July 2024, and then it was 158 January this year. It looks like it's stabilizing now.
Mm-hmm.
It's coming back down. Bitcoin is, man, dude, guys, the Bitcoin levels are just literally trading like perfection within each other. It's easy money.
Yeah.
All right, guys, if there's no other questions, we'll wrap up this week's live. A little bit on the short side, but that's okay. We got 3 other events this week. We got Blast on risk management on Thursday. You got me long-term deals and plans on Friday. So that's three this week. And then Monday, April 21st, guys. So 2 weeks from today, we got a really special market update for you guys. Fody worked really hard on it. We got the team behind Emblem Vault. They're going to be talking to us. They're also going to show us their new AI tool that they've created for traders. So it is pretty awesome. So make sure you guys hit the interested button for all those calls, and we'll see you guys on the trade floors, and we'll keep on crushing the week, and we'll pick up the trade momentum when the market tells us to. But right now we're scooping up crazy long-term deals.
Are you guys getting ads watching this? I don't think you should be because we're not monetized.
No.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, we're not monetized, so you guys shouldn't be getting ads. But
No,
yeah,
they're not. He was just saying that he just hasn't signed up for YouTube Red in 5 years.
yeah, I don't even have YouTube Red. I don't think I'll ever get
Is it?
YouTube Red either.
Yeah, this guy said RedTube. Did you guys hear that? You
Wait, what?
sicko! You sicko! This guy said RedTube.
I don't know. I don't know.
Guys,
Yeah,
just go on
it's triple
redtube.com.
YouTube.
Stock unlocked RedTube. All right, guys. We'll see you guys on the trade floors.
Yeah.
Thanks, everybody. Blast just like, no, don't go on